Altair's Inspire motion is not only useful for proving out kinematic systems and making sure that your assemblies work properly, but it also allows you to easily combine your motion simulations with analysis. So once you have your motion simulation run, what you can do is simply come here to the Analyze part, select the part that you want to run through an analysis, and then provide the information that you would in a normal structural analysis. The only difference is how it gets its loads, and the loads are going to be calculated during the motion analysis and then passed through into the structural analysis. And you have the option of choosing how you want those loads to be applied. You can either select the peak loads per connection, so in this case 5 peak loads per connection, or use 5 evenly spaced samples, or you can use all of the time samples throughout the entire analysis. Obviously, the more time samples you use, the longer the analysis is going to run. So oftentimes we'll choose just the peak loads, but if you want to see an animation of the entire motion analysis with the associated stresses in the member that you're analyzing, you're going to want to select to use all of the time samples available. When you select Run, the analysis will run. And we'll stop here for a second just to allow the analysis to finish, and we'll pick back up when it's done. So with the analysis now complete, we can review the results. And determine what we want to contour. We'll come here down to von Mises stress. And because we selected all of the time steps, we can actually view the animation and view the contour through the entire animation. So we'll be able to see all the stress levels as it goes through. So in effect, we're getting kind of a dynamic stress analysis as we're running, in this case, 178 different analyses and stringing them together. And it allows us to get an idea of the behavior of our parts through the entire motion of our motion analysis. Additionally, we could have selected just the peak loads. Oops. And that's going to allow the analysis to run much faster. This analysis took about 20 minutes to complete. Using the peak loads will run substantially quicker and will get us potentially just the information that we need, but will prevent us from viewing the entire motion. So we'll take a look at what we get when we choose the peak loads. So with that analysis now complete, and it took quite a bit shorter time, about 5-7 minutes to complete that, we can view the results of that analysis. And this is just going to contain the 5 peak loads for each one of the connections. So you see, as we run through the analysis, there's going to be a lot of areas that don't have results, but it allows us to focus on just the key events, and thus save a little bit of analysis time. So you can kind of either go in either direction you want with that, depending upon the information that you're looking to get. But as you can see, it's very easy to correlate or to take our motion analysis and turn it into a structural analysis. You'll have to do it each part individually, so we can only analyze one part. So we've got that. Now we could go through and pick a different part to analyze. If we say wanted to analyze this arm right here, we could go about doing that as well. And so each part that you want an analysis for has to be done individually. But the nice thing is all of the information is saved within the model. Of course, be sure to save your model upon completion, but we can come back to the results by just simply clicking the large colorful icon here, and you'll see all of the different results that we have here. So the first one was all the 178, and then the second one was the key events, the top loads. So you can see that it is easy to correlate your motion analysis to an actual structural analysis, and you can go through and take a look at all the different parts that you want. And remember, there were no loads added to this. I added no loads, no constraints, nothing other than to run the motion analysis first, and you do have to have a completed motion analysis, and then simply come and click the little run icon, select the part you want to go, and you'll very easily get a structural analysis. So hopefully you can get some even more useful results out of your motion analysis. And in the next video, we'll talk about doing the same thing, but allowing us now to optimize our parts from that motion analysis.